sounded like a freaking donkey. I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd. Just you and me together, it will all seem better outside. Just us in the sky. I will go wherever, I'll be yours forever. www.buyafrigginghouseplant.com. Hello, Shemai, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me at the sweatiest of times. If you've never been here before, I'm Sarah and I'm extremely sweaty right now. And it's March. It's still March and I have massively lucked out with the weather today. It is stunning. I'm currently in Snowdonia, not Cardiff. Woo! We've just got out of lockdown and I'm heading up today onto the...
I'd just like to stop myself there before I absolutely butcher the name of this ridge. I'm going to butcher it now, but maybe slightly less than I did at the time. Here we go. Nantlle. 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 It gets worse the more you say it. As you can tell, I'm not a Welsh speaker. Anyway, on with the show.
I've never been up onto
Nantlle
before, and I thought I would just go full blown wham bam thank you ma'am and wild camp up there as well. So I've left my van hopefully in a nice safe valley. It should be. I mean, I drove through like 6 farms to get here. Opened about 9 gates, shimmied a few sheep off the road. Come on boys. Oh my god, they're not going to move. I'm going to have to get out. Oh, shh, the van. Come on boys. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Bye. No, don't. Yeah, make sure you get off the road. No boys, you're not coming through, sorry. No, sorry. I haven't got any food. Sorry lads, not today. Drove through some, what should we call it, stinky farm water, which is definitely went on my shoes, is definitely in my van. But if you got a van and it doesn't stink of poop and isn't full of sand, then have you even got a van? So yesterday was my first day in Snowdonia since the lockdown and the weather was super windy, so I actually went and visited Wales' own ancient rainforest. It was really cool and I went for a little skinny dip. So I'll show you the footage from yesterday now and then you can come and join me back on the
Nantlle
bridge once you've seen yesterday. Look at me planning ahead with my editing. I never do this. I'll probably sack it and then be fuming that I've even recorded this after. I realised when I got here that I've forgotten my down jacket. Brilliant. But it's okay boys, because I've got a peeler. Who forgets a down jacket in March in Wales? Got a peeler though. Got a peeler. Essential item. Might have to do a Lady Gaga and dress myself up in carrot strips. I mean, hashtag sustainable, because I could eat the damn jacket afterwards. Spotted in Wales today. Man trying to reach the pineapples on the top shelf in Tesco's. We've all done it, boys. Also spotted today, man tries to make the first descent of the world's biggest piece of Toblerone. Breaking news in Wales today. lockdown trained me for. Climbing up stuff like that. I knew there was a reason I trudged through all those woods around Cardiff and slipped through cow shit every day of lockdown. Training. If you ever find yourself spotting waterfalls marked on a map and you think to yourself, should I take a swimming costume and a little towel just in case? The answer is always yes, people. Always yes. Even if you don't think that, just put them in anyway. I got a little bit naked, but there's no one here, so it's fine. Plus, end of lockdown, if you don't celebrate it by getting naked in a pool thing, then you're not doing it right, you. Let's go and walk promptly now to warm up, is it? Walking promptly to warm up, but also trying to make sure I don't slip off the edge. It's a fine line, you know? Do you die of hypothermia or do you die of tumbling to your death? Don't know which to choose, really. I mean, either would be awesome, but I got nothing to say about these ones, they're quite self-explanatory. Clearly there are two new varieties of Toblerone, cow-scented and sheep-scented. Lovely, lovely of them to tell me about it here. Forgot my down jacket, but I haven't forgot my waterproof. Living the fucking dream, boys! Living the dream! Lockdown, fuck you! Wales!
I can only apologise for that outburst. I think the rain and the freedom must have got to me, and then it got to me again.
fuck's sake. This is one of the things I love about Snowdonia. You get all these like little building things popping up. Well, not popping up, but you know what I mean. They've been here a long time. You get to play Homes Under the Hammer. Yes, here we have a cottage that dates back to 1872. No fucking idea if that's anywhere near right. I'm gonna say no. It's very spacious as you can see. Yes, very spacious. Roof, we don't worry about roofs. You don't need roofs in Wales. As you can see, ample room for activities. Yes, ample room for activities. Needs a little bit of work, you know, like nothing substantial. Mild renovations, you know, lick a paint here and there, be fine. Look, we'll even throw in some houseplants for you. Yes, look, top of the range houseplants. You pay a bloody fortune for these on www.buyafrigginhouseplant.com. And then if this was actually Homes Under the Hammer, we'd follow Steve as he goes to the auction and then he accidentally sneezes and nods and buys the fucking thing for like 300 grand. He only went to look.
Nantlle.
Snowdon in the distance. Looking clear and beautiful. But I've massively lucked out with the weather. It is absolutely boiling. It's still March, just. It's the 31st of March. I haven't worn a vest top yet this year. You can tell by my pasty arms. So here we go, just about to start the ridge. You've got Snowdon. Oh, no, there. Snowdon up there. I'm not sure if I'm pointing to it. Yeah, I think I am. And we are heading up here.
If you happen to be wondering what that is on my lips, this is the culprit.
Woohoo! We've got Anglesey over there. And that's where we're going.
So this is probably the best bit of the Nantlle Ridge. If you've never done it before, this is Mynydd Drws y Coed, and this is listed as a grade 1 scramble, but I would say it's barely grade 1, so it's nothing too crazy. It's easier than Crib Goch, if that helps.
It's like we're running in in circles, going around every day.
Oh, hey!
Getting stuck in the hurdles of yesterday. Don't you wanna go further away from the fray? Let's not get stuck in our worries. We'll make our own way. Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom? Breathe in the air, look up to the moon. I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd. Just you and me together, it will all seem better outside. Just us in the sky. I will go wherever, I'll be yours
It's your fault if we're late.
Are we part of this circus? Is it innate? Feels like a heavy burden, but I can't relate.
Just looking back at where I've come, and obviously originally I came from the other side of there, so up over there, round the back, up to there, again up, and then we're going up here, and then we're going to hopefully camp over there somewhere if it's not too windy. This is so awesome. I could kiss every piece of grass. In fact, fuck it. My hat got in the way and I dropped my phone. I don't know if you saw that, but here we go. I'm so happy to be in Snowdonia, I can't even tell you. I actually cried a quarter of the drive here. Just because we got out of lockdown. I was listening to drum and bass music at the time as well. It was a really weird experience. I was like bouncing and crying at the same time. It was tears of joy, obviously, so you know.
I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd. Just you and me together, it will all seem better outside. Just us in the sky. I will go wherever, I'll be yours forever.
So I've no idea if you can actually hear me, but I'm currently trying to work out where to camp. I'm trying to balance views and wind. It's always a bone of contention. Do you want to have a good night's sleep? Maybe have a mediocre view. I mean, nothing's mediocre here, but do you want to have a good night's sleep and not have as much of a like banging view, or do you want to have a banging view but potentially be like blown off the mountain? To be honest, these days I tend to go for comfort. Like ideally, how mint would it be to camp here and then have that, but like it's gonna be windy as crap, isn't it? Let's be real. Well, that plateau's out of the question. It's windy as shit.
Right, I've muted the audio on these clips, boys, because the wind was so loud it's totally wrecked it, and to be honest, I'm getting bored of typing, so there's probably some kind of app I can use to do captions, but you probably wouldn't understand me anyway. So, anyway, I was just basically yapping on about the fact that I was having a Sarah moment, which is just a moment of indecision. Couldn't decide where to camp, and that's it really, nothing exciting.
I think I found my spot. It's got a bloody wall, which is perfect. It's got a wall. The wind is literally blowing from the southwest. It's got a wall. I can still see Snowdon. I'm not as high. I may not get a climbing version. I might be in it, but it's worth it to be out of that wind. So I've got the tent up, but I can't quite decide about the position.
Oh, you think? We didn't notice Sarah. This is future Sarah here, by the way. Here to take the piss out of past Sarah so that you don't have to.
I think it's alright, but it's like, you know when you side on and then you just roll it into like the side of the tent? I bloody hate that. Whereas if you're with the slope, then at least it's like your feet going down and it's not as bad. It doesn't look like much of a slope, but I know what it's like. I've done this so many times where I think, oh, it's not much of a slope, and then I spend all night pressed against the edge of the tent and I freaking hate it. Do you know what I might do? I might just blow up the mat, because it's the sliding on the mat that's the main issue, and that's the real test.
I don't think that's the main issue here, Sarah, I've got to be honest.
Yeah, I might try that.
Ah, for fuck.
I kind of feel like here's better, but there's so much sheep shit. Why do the sheep always shit where you want to put your tent? Let's just stay there. Yeah. Carousel does look slopey though, doesn't it?
I gotta be honest, it did end up being a little bit slopey. Does anyone else have this problem, or is it just me? I just have an issue with calculating angles.
This is not an ad, but Firepot Food are incredible. They do these compostable packaging, so this will break down within a year. The only difference with these compared to the normal meals is you can't cook it in the bag, obviously, because it would decompose, which would be a bit shit.
Just jumped with a cup of tea. Great idea, Sarah. You spilled the drop, actually. Did quite well there. You're crying. Not gonna lie, I'm slightly stuck on this wall. It's bloody high. I've shimmied my way along here because I was taking photos of my tent. Now I'm like, fucking hell, how did I get up here? Be alright. What comes up must come... What gets up must come down. Is that the saying? I don't know. Don't mind me just shimmying my way along a wall. I walked along here before, taking pictures with a camera in my hand. Just bloody shows how, like, how much it's your brain that freaks out when you're at height, because when you don't notice, you don't care. As soon as you bloody notice though, yeesh.
An ocean, a cave, a dream that no one could save. A shelter, a whole act, a light that died with the night. You and I, we got our differences. Yet I thought we were more alike than unlike. Months of rain and chest pain. What's the plan? Have it breathe and stay insane. Grab my hand. Everything is grey inside this narrow maze. We speak, but oh, nothing. We run our separate ways. Do you ever think about me? Or are you busy?
Mushroom risotto for breakfast, yeah! So it's got like 10 minutes to do its thing. So I'm tempted to just quickly pack up my tent within that 10 minutes. Yeah, oh, my coffee's gonna go cold. I'll take my coffee. Let's do it. Took me just over 10 minutes to do the packing up, but the risotto's perfect, so we're all good. So I just wanted to take this opportunity quickly to say that if you are gonna wild camp this summer, or any summer to be honest, please, 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 do make sure that you leave absolutely no trace. So this morning when I packed up all my stuff, all that's left is a little flat patch of grass. If you can as well, then it really helps if you can pay homage to the place that you've camped in and leave it actually in a better state than it was when you came. So if there's any litter around from other people, it's just an amazing thing to do, to pick it up and take it with you. And it just says thank you to the spot that you've camped at for hosting you for the night, and for like not letting you get eaten alive, or like not letting you die. I feel like if you've survived the night in a place, then you should definitely thank it. So yeah, I spotted a mackerel tin this morning in the grass that somebody had very kindly left for Mother Earth. Not quite sure what she's supposed to do with that. She probably doesn't even like mackerel. She produced the damn mackerel that they put in the tin and then ate on the mountain and then left on the frickin' mountain. So yeah, I've picked that up and it's obviously in my bag with my litter where it belongs. And I just want to make sure that I am spreading the right message and showing you that although I have these beautiful views and I do these lovely things, I'm also thanking the places that I love for allowing me to do it, if that makes sense. Sounding a little bit spiritual this morning, but basically just pick up your shit and pick up other people's shit. That would be amazing. I should have just said that in the first place, that's what I meant.
I thought we were more alike than unlike. Months of rain and chest pain. What's the plan?
And it's because through... Jesus Christ, that gate just shut me up. It sounded like a freaking donkey. Ah! It's because I opened it a minute ago. I was going to go through it and then I started talking. Anyway, scare a day keeps the doctor away. Thank you, Gatey. Even though I know how stunning Snowdonia is, I literally just... Okay, come on, let's go. Let's go get some more. This is hell of a trig point, isn't it? I don't know if it counts as a trig point, but it's huge. Don't do it by halves in Wales, do we? Christ. I'm a happy sheepy. I'm a happy sheepy. Look how happy he is. Chewing his airwaves chewing gum. Breath like an iceberg. Look, there's our friend, the big fuck off trig point. Hang on, but there, can you see it? Hold on, I'll show you with my phone. I can zoom in. Don't really need to zoom in, to be honest. It's almost a little bit obnoxious, that trig point, isn't it? It's like, I can just imagine like the Welsh board meeting or council meeting or mountain council meeting or whatever it is they have, if they even have those. I'm just making this shit up. But it's like, oh, so I've got an idea I have. Oh, what is it, Hugh? Oh, well, I was thinking we could put this big massive fuck off trig point on one of the mountains. Oh, why are we going to do that then, Hugh? Oh, well, I was just thinking it would be good if all of the nations in the UK could see it, you know? Oh, right, yeah, it's a good idea that is. I'll have a word with Geraint, see if I can get some big fuck off stones. Do you know what I mean? It's massive. Ireland, can you see it? Let me know. Scotland, can you see it? Do let me know. England. I almost forgot the other country then, that's embarrassing. Can you see it? France? Anyone there? Can you see the bloody trig point? I feel like you can. Looks like Island got a bit pissed off with this one. Popped over with a sledgehammer. They're having none of it. None of it. No fucking obnoxious trig points on Island's watch. No, no. Nearly fell then, didn't I? Could just go on the grass, really. I just really like the rocks. Like, I really like the kind of balance challenge and getting like the feedback on my feet. It's probably not the best thing with the big backpack on, but training. It's all fun and training till you die, innit, or break an ankle. I'd never live it down if I had to call out mountain rescue on first week out of lockdown. To be honest, I shouldn't say this, but I'd probably drag myself all the way down. I'm not even joking, I would. But no, don't do that. If you ever need mountain rescue, that's what they're there for. I don't mean be stupid because they're there as backup. I just mean I'm digging a hole. What I mean is, if you need them, they're amazing and they're there. But don't be stupid because we can't take the piss. I'm really sorry, mountain rescue. No, be serious. I don't know why, but I feel like I look like Weatherman walking when I'm carrying this. I don't know why, because that makes no sense, because I highly doubt that Weatherman walking carries his own camera gear, but I don't know, with the back, I just look like a turd. I think I just mean a turd, not Weatherman walking. Sorry, Weatherman walking, you're not a turd. I don't want to talk about. I really want to get down onto the peninsula this evening to have a paddleboard, but there's a lot of low cloud on there, which I'm not surprised with these temperatures in March, to be honest. It's caused a bit of a temperature inversion. That's the cloud inversion that I wanted this morning from the mountains. That's fine, it was clear, so it's fine. Something rattling in my bag and I literally sound like I'm on my bronze D&V award. Bronze because they haven't got to the bit where they teach them to tie the saucepans down yet. It's shameful, it's so embarrassing. I hope there's no one up here. I sound like a right crow bag. Obviously I've gone a bit off-piste on the way back to the van because, you know, can't stick to a plan and all that. Ow! But guess what I'm in? If you see my Nantlle lockdown video, you'll remember hay bogs. Guess what's under there? Hey boggy bog life. Oh, why am I in a hay bog again? I can't even walk in it this time. Oh my god. North Walian hay bogs are way worse than South Walian hay bogs. Well, the Cardiff ones anyway. Oh my god. I thought my days of doing this were over when they let us back into the mountains. Clearly I like it more than I thought. Ah! Ow, 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 step on your leg, step on your leg! Okay, now I've got to get over a barbed wire fence. Lovely. I got to be hanging out of my ass. I reckon we can make a drum and bass version. Trust me, I'm a pussy. You've never been to Wales? They must lose a lot of balls.
I'll meet you outside.